What's up, guys? How are you? Welcome back to the Precious Realm family. Today, I am excited to be introducing the new segment to my channel called Real Talk. So, from the title, you can tell it's very self explanatory. So, before we get into this video, I'm Precious for those who are new. If you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button. Turn on the notification bell so you know when I'm posting. Smash that like button, and let's get into it. So, in this video, I will be discussing different topics that most people find difficult to have conversations with others because we all have our opinions and we all have our point of views that we want to get across and have experienced different things in this world. So, in today's video, I'm going to be giving you 6 tips on how to navigate difficult conversations with others. Um, yeah, let's jump right into it. Okay, tip number 1, listen up. Really listen to understand what the person is saying to you. Um, Ask questions like how does that make you feel, or tell me more about why you feel this way, and most importantly, do not overtalk the person. When you overtalk a person, or you're only listening to just respond instead of listening to comprehend what a person is trying to tell you, that shows them that you're just, you know, brushing their feelings and stuff under the rug, and that you're really not interested in the conversation, or valuing their feelings, at that moment. So yeah, first tip is listen up. Always listen up. Truly listen up. Because when you listen up, you may actually learn something about the person that you never knew about them. You might actually see things from that person from a different, angle, um, from that person's perspective. And, you know, that once that person see how engaged you are in that conversation, that person will be more willing to reciprocate the same um, emotions and understandings toward you when later on down the line you might want to you might have something on your mind and you might want to discuss it, and you might not know how to bring it out, and you'll feel comfortable. That person will feel comfortable enough to come up to you and try to figure out what's wrong with you and how you can resolve that issue. So that is why it is important to listen up always in a conversation. Tip number 2 would be clear about what you want and how you feel. So basically, start by explaining um, the situation, why you feel what you feel, why you think that the things are going the way that is going, and it helps a person acknowledge, your point of view and where you see things. So, and it gives them a better clarification of where the conversation is going and how they should process their thoughts in their mind. So, again, step 2, be clear about what you want and how you feel when you discussing the topic with somebody. Tip number 3, look at the issue from their perspective. What I mean by that is ask yourself, has the person ever said or done things in this manner? Has the person ever acted out this way before? Because we know that people do and say things for different reasons, and sometimes people might think that they're acting out that way because of them. But most people don't understand is when people act out in a situation and they act hastily on their emotions without thinking, it's not always because of you. And that's the perception that people have. That every time a conversation come up, they think that conversation has been started because of them, and it's not about you. It's about the person who's trying to express something. So, and then at the same time, we have to ask ourselves, is this person fully responsible for acting out of character? Because we got to think of different situations and how this person has reacted to other situations, and if it's the same or if it's different. So if it's different and it's very odd from how the person originally acts, then it's time to actually be like, okay, yeah, something is seriously wrong. Let me uh, not think that this person is acting this way because of me. Let me seriously figure out and calm this person down so we can see what's the issue at hand. What we getting down to the bottom of situations. So yeah, we gotta look at things from their perspective. Don't always be like, just we don't need to judge them all the time for the way they act, the way they feel, because it's a reason for everything. And yeah, that's tip number 3. Always look at the issue from someone's perspective because you would want that person to do the same thing. Alrighty, so for tip number 4, I think this is a very important tip when dealing with difficult conversations. Take a break if the conversation is not going the way y'all planned it out. What I mean by is take a take a moment to separate from one another if the conversation is heated and is full of anger, confusion, um, and self doubt, where you're talking at each other and not talking to each other, or you're just basically confused about what you're talking about altogether. So just take a break, go into different corners, simmer down, calm down emotions, start to think rationally, about what's being talked. And then once both parties calm down, come back together and have a civilized and understanding conversation with one another. So that way you can come up with a resolution to the issue. So yeah, take a break if the conversation is getting too heated and emotions are becoming too high and getting mixed in the situation. Take a break. Tip number 4. Take a break. Alrighty, so before I tell you tip number 5, just know others choose to take this route because they might find it the most easiest route to get out of a conversation instead of resolving it. And I don't feel that that's the best method of handling a difficult conversation. So for tip number 5 is agree to a disagree. Now hear me out now. Hear me out. Now when you choose to agree to a disagree, that doesn't mean that you're agreeing to the other person's perspective of the situation that you all are talking about at hand. It means that you're choosing to take priority of yourself, your sanity, your well-being, your understanding of things, and you're choosing to know which battles to fight and which ones not to fight. And if your heart and mind is not into that conversation no more, just agree to disagree so everybody can just go about their day. I'm not saying that that's always a good thing, and it's not always a bad thing either, because it stops situations from getting worse than they have to be. And it's not always fine, but at the end of the day, if that's what worked, it was work. So again, tip number 5: agree to a disagree, but that does not mean that you agree with that person's perspective on a situation, especially depending on how unrational it is and unethical it is. Yeah, and the mortality behind the situation. So yeah, agree to a disagree. Alrighty. So, tip number 6. We're on the last tip of the day. Tip number 6 is look at yourself. Because we all know that conversations can be difficult, it can be hurtful, it can be confusing, and like I said, it can be filled with frustration. And taking care of yourself is a priority. Be proud of yourself for bringing up the conversation, because at the end of the day, it takes a lot of courage and guts to start a conversation, so you can be able to express what's on your chest and to get your point of view across to others. Um, when you do that, you overcome nervousness, and every time that you do it, it basically helps your skills and your confidence to continue to express what's on your chest and have serious conversations with others, whether it's dealing with mental health, politics, religion, future plans, um, or just simple conversations that still might feel uncomfortable talking about with others. So, alrighty, everyone. I hope this video has been very helpful. Again, whenever you find yourself in a difficult situation where you're dealing with um, conversations that you have to tackle, that you're uncomfortable tackling, remember to respect others' um, opinions and emotions and their point of view, and just listen to them, like truly listen to them, so you can understand where they are coming from as an individual, and so that you can understand them more as an individual. um, Thanks for watching. I'll see you in another video. I have plenty more topics, good topics lined up for this segment. So again, if you enjoyed the video, hit the subscribe button, smash that like button, turn on that notification bell so you know when I'm posting. Again, welcome to the Precious Realm family. I'm Precious, and peace out.